I wish I could make reaction videos, but I was born in 1956. I've heard all these songs. What could I possibly react to?
I was worth it, found my purpose, ran from the abyss to the surface, the reward constantly working.
Hey whippersnappers, Brian here to Boomer Reacts. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, thanks for checking me out. I listen to rap and hip-hop songs using lyric videos, and then I let you know what I thought about them. So happy Tuesday. It is Female Tuesday, and I'm going to be reacting to My Story by Jean Grae. I had never heard of Jean Grae before starting this channel. I don't know if that means her career didn't take off. That's usually what it means. If I haven't heard of somebody, at least heard the name. Sometimes it means their career didn't take off, or they're so underground I had never heard of them. Maybe we'll find out what's going on. If you're new to my channel, I like to read like a little bio about the artist just so I know who I'm reacting to, and then we'll get into the reaction. Jean Grae was born Sidi Ibrahim in Cape Town, South Africa on November 26, 1976. The child of South African jazz musicians, Jean was raised in New York City, where the family moved after her birth. Ibrahim initially worked under the names Major Woody and the Easter Bunny because she thought it would be funny to hear those names announced at shows. Well, the first one. She began developing her skills as a writer and MC and was quickly recognized as a superior talent. George Martinez, artist and entrepreneur, recruited her for a 5-song demo that his group Ground Zero was working on. At this time, Jean was using the name What? The demo received critical acclaim and was even the first release ever mentioned in the Source's unsigned hype section. Wow, who knew? After working with Ground Zero, she joined a hip-hop group called Natural Resource with rapper Kobe Ocean Dixon and James DJ Aggie Barrett. In 1996, they released a pair of 12-inch singles, Negro League Baseball and Bum Deal, on their own label, Makin' Records. They produced their music under the name Run Shaw Run. Natural Resource dissolved in '98, after which Jean changed her stage name from What to Jean Grae, a reference to the X-Men character Jean Grae. The idea for the name came from her collaborator Pumpkinhead, who likened the character Jean Grae, who was at the time the lone female X-Man, to Jean Grae the MC, who was always the lone female in her previous groups. In 2002, Jean released her debut album, Attack of the Attacking Things, followed by the EP Bootleg of the Bootlegged in 2003. And then in 2004, she released her sophomore LP called This Week. By then, Jean had recorded her third album, Genius, with North Carolina producer Ninth Wonder. Genius is spelled, like her name, Jean. Unfortunately, Genius was leaked on the same day as the release of This Week. Wow. I hate those leakers. The source of the leaks is unclear, but Jean and Ninth's album fell into a state of limbo. The biggest issue was the myriad of samples Ninth had used to build the beats. Some of the music couldn't be cleared, and so to avoid legal barriers, the songs were recreated in the studio. For 4 long years, the album sat on the shelf before dropping on Talib Kweli's Blacksmith Records. One of the tracks, My Story, is an autobiographical tale about an abortion Jean had as a teen. About the song, Jean says, quote, "I couldn't come up with a great name for it, and Ninth was like, let's call it My Story. So yeah, it's totally true. It was a song I tried recording years ago, and I think the first version of it was called Mommy Dearest. I recorded it, and I just didn't feel like I got the emotions across enough. It felt like I needed a little bit more distance from the situation and more experience to understand how to tell it. It definitely wasn't planned that we were going to record it on the Genius album. The beat came on, and I was like, look, I want to write to it. And Ninth was, all right. Everybody went out of the room for about an hour, and it was the one song we recorded with nobody else in the room, unquote. Sadly, in yet another tragedy of creative control, the song's video was cut without her involvement, turning her most personal experiences into something she didn't even recognize. Those assholes. I wonder if they ever tried that on a male MC. Probably not. Okay. Sounds like it's going to be sad.
Swim 1,000 lakes to bring your life back. I write that, but infinity can't rewind facts. You are divinity. My primitive mind was struggling just to understand the meaning of life. Forgive me, I never told my mommy I couldn't break her spirit. She always wished her daughter extraordinary thinking. So I traveled alone, young, 16, got in the habit of not staying at home, doing a sad walk like Bill Bixby, $1.50, trips to the hospital so that Medicaid could fix me. I couldn't eat shit, I fainted frequent on cold floors, and I pause and I think, keep it. I'm lost, my 4 friends know, and just fuck with the boys' apartments for rent. So I'm all wishing that it's a dream ending soon. I've actually erased a lot that I've been through.
When the rain comes down, I know it's falling for me, and only for me. And when that pain comes around, somewhere else I'd rather would be. I know what I've done. Please forgive me.
Now all my bitter homies saying that's what men do, feeling retarded for seeing partner potential. On top of that, the doctor's telling me your heart murmur. I can't take it, I'm contemplating a Glock burner, a cop murderer. I can't be, this can't be. The tears streaming and I can't see, they lance me and I'm passing out. And this is just for blood, they had to cover the mass amounts. I've had enough, and you don't know what it's like in waiting rooms and outside. The picketing pictures can slay you. They're screaming victims and spitting till they shame you. I hold my head low and shiver, push my way through. They put you in a room where you can change into your gown and shower cap, shaking as a fiend would do. And that's when you think of Leon fleeing the building. And then they call you and you're hearing the call of your children. They count down from 10 now. You wanna stop them, but you say it in your head, you're out for the cut. And then you wake up in another room with plenty others. They call it recovery, you're thinking we ain't mothers. And then prescription pills, written in script is chills. An understatement, you're dressed but you're naked still. And your brain won't think straight. Wait, can't finish this.
See, when the rain comes down, I know it's falling for me, and only for me. And when that pain comes around, somewhere else I'd rather would be. I know what I've done. Please forgive me.
I kept it bottled up. My parents found the pill, screaming, God, what have you done? Cried till I snotted blood, then got a gun. My tempo ran quick though, from the thought, then the worst. I was caught in the same place. A year later, for me, that's when hatred started. My faith martyred. I dated a father that I moved on. Years passed, the guilt's worse, and it builds till your heart smashed. Then a miscarried, 22 aged. I was headed to a breakdown, swallowed on some pills, and I laid down. I was a failure at that too. Bailed from the rap then, but fate took me back in. Sing is a tattoo my fingers attached with. 27 with 3 kids that I never met. What if I was Catholic? Wonder if they hate me. Thinking out the mother could ever murder will take me hell to the depths where the brimstone chokes me constantly. I am a monster, see. How could I possibly correspond with God when I gave the authority to end that life? But it's never over. Even if we have a child, they could have had a brother or a sister or both. I'm Thinking about another life that almost got close. Praying that in another time we could have changed posts. If I could just reverse time, I would. I don't know what I would do. Honestly, it's not good. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
That was excellent. Such a tough song to write, I'm sure. Had an abortion at 16, then had another one, and then miscarried. Sounded like all before she was 22. You know, and she's riding on this guilt trip. I have no idea what a woman would feel like after an abortion. But you know, she's putting herself through the ringer over this. She has great flow. I could understand everything she was saying. She told a great story. The beat was, well, her parents were jazz musicians, right? So the beat was kind of jazzy. And I'm assuming that's her singing in the chorus because she's got a really good voice. I don't know that I would come back to this song ever, just because I've heard what she has to say, and it's sad. And I'm more like a happy peppy kind of music guy. So even though I think this is excellent and that everyone should hear it, I'm probably not going to return to it, just because I'm the kind of person that my mood is affected by, songs. I always try to keep it happy and peppy to keep my mood up. But excellent song regardless of that. Well, thanks for hanging with me, guys. If you like this kind of content, give me a like and a subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.